children, welcome back to science class. Now we are in the lesson plant anatomy and plant physiology. In this lesson we already discussed two videos. Now we are in session 3. Synopsis. The topics we already discussed are plant tissue system, monocot and dicot root system, monocot and dicot stem, monocot and dicot leaf, structure of chloroplast and functions of chloroplast. These are the topics we already discussed in the previous videos. In this video, we are going to discuss photosynthesis, role of sunlight in photosynthesis, factors affecting photosynthesis, structure of mitochondria, functions of mitochondria, and types of respiration. First, we can discuss photosynthesis. We already know what is photosynthesis. With the help of sunlight, water, plants preparing their own food, we can call it as a photosynthesis. Here the photosynthesis meaning photo is equal to light and synthesis means to build. So with the help of the light, the plants are preparing their food and growing. This process by which autotrophic organism, autotrophic means it's nothing but of plants, they are preparing their own food, so we are saying it as a autotrophic. Organisms like green plants, algae and chlorophyll containing bacteria utilize the energy from sunlight to synthesize their own food. Yes, so it is consuming a bacteria in it. So we already know in the plant rhizobium bacteria is a fixing nitrogen. In this process, carbon dioxide combines with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to form carbohydrate. It's all the living being, carbohydrate is a main thing. These carbohydrate only giving out energy while the time of breathing. So here also carbon dioxide combines with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to form a carbohydrate. Then only the plants are getting energy. The reactions are 6 carbon dioxide plus 12 water molecule gives out C6H12O6. C6H12O6 is nothing but of glucose. Then again we are getting a 6 water molecule as well as oxygen. So in the equations has been expressed in words. Carbon dioxide plus water gives glucose, water plus oxygen. Photosynthesis occurs in green parts of the plant such as leaves, stems and floral buds. So the photosynthesis only taking place in the green color parts of the plant such as leaves, stems and floral buds. So these are the parts the photosynthesis has been taking place in the plant. Next, photosynthesis pigment. Pigment is a biological word. Pigment means it's a color. Pigments involved in the photosynthesis is called photosynthetic pigments. So which is the pigment? We already know chlorophyll is involving photosynthesis. Color of the chlorophyll is green. Pigments are two classes. They are primary pigments and accessory pigments. In primary pigments, chlorophyll, yes, because chlorophyll only helping for the photosynthesis, and then secondary pigment, that is accessory pigment, we have chlorophyll B1 and then carotenoids. So these are the two pigments acting for the time of photosynthesis. Next, role of sunlight in photosynthesis. So what is the role of sunlight? So we know in the world sun is the ultimate source of energy. For these photosynthesis also the main energy is taken out from the sun, solar energy. The entire process of photosynthesis takes place inside the chloroplast. So chloroplast is present inside the leaf. It is also giving out a color. In the last class we studied, depends upon the color what is the name of the chlorophyll. Next, light dependent photosynthesis. Light means we are having sunlight, so the reaction is based on the sunlight. This was discovered by Robin Hill in the year of 1939. Reaction takes place in the presence of light energy in thylakoid membranes of the chloroplast. Yes, in the chloroplast we have a thylakoid membrane. This is also helping for the absorbing of sunlight. Photosynthesis pigments absorbs the light energy and convert into chemical energy. Yes, the light energy has been converted because it is absorbing sunlight and it is converted into carbohydrate. The chemical reaction we discussed in the last slide, that reaction only taking place. Here ATP and NADPH. So it is converted into the chemical ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and then NADPH. You are getting adenosine triphosphate, ATP, short form we can express this, and then second one adenosine diphosphate, that is ADP. Then the third one is nicotiniamide adenine dinucleotide. This one we can express in NAD. Then the fourth one nicotiniamide adenine phosphate dinucleotide. So this is the thing we are saying as a NAPHD. These are the products we are getting from the time of photosynthesis. Next, light independent reactions. So without the light, the reaction is taking place. Light independent reactions, otherwise known as biosynthetic phase. This reaction is a dark reaction. So light independent means without the light, so dark reaction. It is carried out in the stroma. During this reaction, carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate with the help of light generated ATP and NADPH2. This is called Calvin cycle. Yes, without the light, when the time of this reaction, light independent reaction, stroma is selfing, it is converting carbon dioxide to carbohydrate with the help of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and then NADPH2 and nicotiniamide adenosine diphosphate. This reaction we can call it as a Calvin cycle. In this reaction, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and the ATP and NADPH2 produces from light reaction. So in this reaction, it is taking carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So in ADP and then NADPH2 is producing energy to convert carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Next, factors affecting photosynthesis. So what are the factors affecting? Internal factors, they are pigments, color of the plant and leaf. What are the parts taking part in the photosynthesis? Leaf age. So what is the age of the leaf? Accumulation of carbohydrate. So how much it can accumulate? It can having a carbohydrate, and then hormones present in the plants. These are the factors. Internal means it is inside the plant. So these are the factors affecting the photosynthesis. Depends upon the how much pigment it has, what is the age of the leaf, accumulation of carbohydrate, how much carbohydrate it has in it, then hormones present in the plants. Next, external factors. So external means outside. What are the factors affecting these photosynthesis? The outside factors are carbon dioxide, the level of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, then temperature, water, mineral elements and light. So depends upon we have a climatical changes, so availability of these carbon dioxide, temperature, water, mineral elements and light. This is also affecting the photosynthesis. Next, mitochondria. Mitochondria is present in a cell like a granular cytoplastic organelles. Mitochondria were first discovered by Kolliker in year 1857. It is called as powerhouse of the cell. So mitochondria are called as powerhouse of the cell. It contains RNA and small amount of DNA. Here we have a structure of mitochondria because it is giving out the energy to the cell. Then only our bodies as well as the plants are functioning. So this is a main part of the cell to producing energy for the living being. Next we have a structure of mitochondria. See, it has a DNA, ribosomes, matrix, outer membranes and inner membranes, and then complexes, cristae junctions and intermolecular space. Mitochondrial membrane. So what is the function of this? It consists of two membranes called inner and outer membranes. Yes, the previous picture we saw, it has the two membranes. Each membrane is 60 to 70 Armstrong thick. The thickness of the membranes was 60 to 70 Armstrong. Outer mitochondrial membrane is smooth and freely permeable to most small molecules. So outer membrane is small, it's very smooth, and then it is making a small molecules to move. It contains enzymes, proteins and lipids. It has poring molecules which forms channels. Channels means one layer to the other. Inner mitochondrial membrane is semi-permeable membrane and regulate the passage of materials into the out of the mitochondria. Cristae is also the inner part of the mitochondria. The inner mitochondrial membranes gives rises to finger-like projections called cristae. These cristae increases the inner surface area of the mitochondria to hold variety of enzymes. So these cristae is making a finger-like a structure inside the mitochondria. It contains variety of enzymes, different types of enzymes it consumes. One of the enzymes is exosomes. The inner mitochondrial membranes bear minute regularly spaced Dennis racket shaped particles known as exosome. They involved in ATP synthesis. That is, these inner mitochondrial finger like a structure, we can call it as exosomes. This is involving in the synthesis of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. It is helping for the giving out energy for the living being. Here we have a structure of exosome. See, it is like a one umbrella like a structure. We have a part F1 and stalk. Its functions are here. See, it is giving out ATP has been synthesized in this exosome. So it is taking place with the help of carbon dioxide. When it is absorbed, it is converted into ATP to giving out energy for the living being. Next, functions of mitochondria. So what are the functions? Mitochondria is the main organelle of cell respiration. For the cell respiration, they produce a large number of ATP molecules, so they are called powerhouse of cell or ATP factory of the cell. So what is happening here? It is converting the energy, that is ATP. So we can call it as a organelle cell respiration or powerhouse of the cell or ATP factory of the cell. It helps the cells to maintain normal concentration of calcium ions. It regulates the metabolic activity of the cell. See, normal concentration of the calcium ions. So it has to maintaining calcium ions in the cell as well as the metabolism. Metabolism means for the cell division also it is helping. Next, types of respiration. Respiration involves exchange of gases between the organisms and the external environment. Yes, the exchange of gas only taking place for the respiration. The exchange of gases is known as external respiration. Yes, then it is a physical process. Physical process, we know it's a reversible. One time we are inhaling, another time we are exhaling. So the continuous process, so we can say it as a reversible process. Biochemical process occurs within the cells where the food is extracted to obtain energy. This is known as cellular respiration. So while we eating, the food has been stored into energy. When the time of breathing, the oxygen present in that, it is helping for the cells to burn and give energy. So the respiration is important for the cells to give out the energy. Next, the day and night respiration in plants. So what is happening? We already know In the morning time, the plants are taking a carbon dioxide and giving out oxygen. But in the case of night time, it is taking oxygen and then giving out carbon dioxide. So it is helping for us to maintain a oxygen level in the atmosphere. Next, aerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration is the type of cellular respiration in which organisms food is completely oxidized with the help of oxygen into carboniferous water and energy. See, it is helping for the cell to give out the carbon dioxide. For example, here glucose is combined with oxygen, it converts into carbon dioxide, water and ATP. ATP is nothing but of the energy producing agent of the cell. So when the food after digestion, it was stored into carbohydrate. When the time of breathing, it catches oxygen from our body and then it burns out to give out carbon dioxide, water and then ATP. ATP is a adenosine triphosphate. This energy was used by our body. Then water particle also consumed by our body. Then the remaining carbon dioxide, when we breathe out, that is exhaling, the carbon dioxide comes out. Stages of aerobic respiration. We have 3 stages: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport chain. First, glycolysis. It is a breakdown of one molecule of glucose into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Yes, we already know when the digestion process over, it has been stored into glucose. In this glucose, these 2 molecules of pyruvic acid has been converted for the process of glycolysis. Glycolysis takes place in cytoplasm of the cell. It is the first step of both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So, the types of respiration are aerobic and anaerobic. Both the respiration, this is the first step, though glycolysis. The molecules are break down into glucose, then that one is again split up into pyruvic acid, that is it is splitting 3 carbon dioxide. In a glucose we have C6, that is 6 carbons are there, but it is breaking into 3 carbon for the glycolysis process. Next, Krebs cycle. This cycle occurs in a mitochondrial matrix. Inside the membranes we have a mitochondrial matrix. At the end of the glycolysis, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid enter into mitochondria. In the glycolysis process, we are getting 3 molecules of carbon, that is pyruvic acid. These pyruvic acid enter into mitochondria. The oxidation of pyruvic acid into carbon dioxide and water takes place through this cycle. So here, pyruvic acid convert into carbon dioxide and water takes place through this cycle. It is also called tricarboxylic acid cycle. Yes, because in this pyruvic acid we have a 3 carbon. So we can say it as a tri. Tri means 3. Carboxylic acid cycle. So here also pyruvic acid is converted into carbon dioxide and water through the aerobic respiration. Next, electron transport chain. This is accomplished through a system of electrons carried complex called electron transport chain located on the inner membranes of the mitochondria. When the inner membranes, the transportation of electron is taking place, that one we can say it as a ETC, electron transport chain. NADH2 and FADH2 molecules formed during glycolysis of Krebs cycle. So that is nicotinamide adenosine triphosphate and then FADH2. These two are taking part for the glycolysis of Krebs cycle, are oxidized to NAD plus and FAD plus, that is nicotinamide adenosine triphosphate and then FAD plus, to release the energy via electrons. Here electron transportation is taking place. So these electrons are helping for the energy converting. The energy is trapped by ADP to ATP. This we called oxidative phosphorylation. Here these energies, that is electron are moving anaerobic respiration. In this, respiration takes place without oxygen. We already know that for the respiration, oxygen is important, but here, without oxygen, the respiration is taking place. Here, glucose is converted into ethanol or lactate. In this carbon dioxide comes out as a product. First, glucose is undergone for a reaction for this anaerobic respiration. Carbon dioxide, then ethanol, C2H5OH is formed. Then energy, ATP, has been converted. So, without help of oxygen, glucose has been converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide, as well as energy also releasing. Next, respiratory quotient. What is respiratory quotient? It is the volume of carbon dioxide produced when the respiratory substrate is respired, dividing by the volume of oxygen consumed in a set period of time. That is respiratory quotient, RQ equal to volume of carbon dioxide given out and then divided by volume of oxygen taken. As for the time of respiration, time when you are inhaling, another time you are exhaling. So for a particular period of time, how much volume of carbon dioxide comes out, then how much volume of oxygen is taken in. So this is the ratio between the breathing in and breathing out. RQ gives an indication of the respiratory substrate being respired and whether respiration is aerobic or anaerobic. Says based on these RQ, we can find out it's aerobic or anaerobic. For anaerobic, glucose is less than 1, but in the case of aerobic, carbon rated 1.0, protein and lipid. So for anaerobic respiration, the RQ value is greater than 1, but in the aerobic respiration it is 1.0. Here is your assignment. What is photosynthesis and where in a cell does it occurs? What is respiratory quotient? Write the reaction of photosynthesis. Draw and label the structure of exosomes. What is the common steps in aerobic and anaerobic pathway? Differentiate aerobic, anaerobic respiration. Thank you, students. Write your assignments and then post your assignment through GCR.